Hey guys, Coach Perez here with Pilot Mill, and today we're going to talk about cutoffs. Now, this is something we've been doing and you've been doing for a really long time, so you know the basics. So let's just talk a little bit about it just so we get a refresher on it. Now, anything hit in the right field, you know the second baseman is going to be your cut, and anything hit in the left field, the shortstop is going to be the cut, and anything hit right down the middle, you two guys are going to have to communicate with one another about who's going to be the cut and who's going to be on the bag. You know this already, right? Pretty basic stuff. So let's pretend we have a ball hit into right center field. The center fielder is going to go get the ball, and the right fielder is going to be support. We're going to bring down the left fielder just in case something weird happens and we need him down there, just for a safety net. And you'll notice when we do cutoffs, everything has a little safety net wrapped into it. So naturally, the second baseman is going to come up and be the cut. The shortstop is going to go to the bag. And if you notice it, everything's going to be in alignment right there. And we're also going to bring over the pitcher to act as a safety for the shortstop in case something happens, and we want to keep the runner on first base. Now notice we're always throwing two bags ahead of the runner. That's what cuts do, and that's what cuts are for, to be safe and be ahead of the runner. And we never ever throw behind the runner, but you guys know that already. You're high school baseball players, right? So let's go off to cut off basic number 2. Give me another scenario. Let's say there's a little blooper hit into left field. Now, of course, the left fielder is going to get the ball. The center fielder is going to be support. Now, we're going to bring down the right fielder as that safety net once again. The shortstop is going to be the cut, and the second baseman is going to be on the bag. And once again, you notice there's a little line there to where we're all aligned, and we're also going to bring in the pitcher just a little bit as a safety net. And if you notice, there's two safety nets going in this direction because we don't want the ball getting behind the runner for any reason. So even if the shortstop makes a bad throw to the second baseman on second, we have the safety net of the two other players to get the ball to prevent the runner from advancing to second. So it's pretty basic stuff. You guys know this. You've been doing this for a really, really long time. So let's give you something a little more complicated. So we have a man on first base, one out. It's a ground ball hit to left field. It gets through the infield, right? And it just gets through there. Naturally, the outfielders know what to do, right? They're going to go in their positions. The second baseman is going to cover the bag, right? The shortstop is going to be the cut. And remember, see the shift here? We're going two bags ahead of the runner. So the third baseman is going to cover the bag, and the pitcher is going to be the safety net in case the ball gets behind the third baseman. And look, we have that alignment right there. It's all there. And that way it keeps the runner on second base and not advancing. Now, let's say the outfielder makes a bonehead throw, not going two bags ahead by throwing to second base. He makes that bonehead mistake in throwing to the base. He's not going to get the guy out because he's just not, right? He's not going to throw him out. So let's throw ahead of the runner, not at the runner or behind the runner. But let's say he does. That's why the right fielder is there, to make sure if something happens, he can be that player that gets the ball and make sure that runner stays on second. Look, it's a single. It's okay. We got men on first and second. There's one out. We have an opportunity to get a double play with the next at bat. So let's play smart baseball. Throw ahead of the runner, not behind the runner, and let's not be boneheads. No one wants to be a bonehead. So let's go over to the next scenario. So we have a man on third, one out. It's a pop fly to left field. Do we double cut? What do we do? Where do we go? So the man's on third, right? What is he going to do? He's going to tag. And we know what our outfielder's going to do. The left fielder's going to catch the fly. The center fielder's going to be support. Right fielder's going to come down. So the shortstop's going to make a shift, and the pitcher is going to shift down. And to be in alignment, you see it right there. There's that line. We're going to get the ball in as fast as we can. Now, sometimes, rare when I say go all the way. Look, let's be honest, guys. Be honest. You guys are not going to throw it from the outfield to the catcher on one hop, deep left field. So I want you to hit a cut, one of them. Either your shortstop or your pitcher, and you have to get it to him quick. So get the ball in fast so we have the opportunity to make the play at home. Now, there's one more thing I forgot. We're going to bring down the first baseman behind the catcher, because let's say that runner stops. It gets caught in a rundown. We need these men to track him down and get him out. And it's also just smart baseball to have him back there. So we're going to bring the first baseman down to be support to home plate, just in case we have a rundown situation. Right? Pretty simple stuff. But you guys are high school baseball players. You know this already, right? Coach, I don't need to know this. Yeah, you do. Anyway, let's go to the next situation. We have a man on first, one out. We have a hit over the head of the right fielder. We're going to have to double cut, because as soon as that ball is hit, that first baseman knows there's no way he's going to get to that ball and catch it for out. So he is burning around the base paths. So the outfielders know what to do, right? The left fielder is going to come down and be support. Center fielder is going to back up the right fielder, and the second baseman is going to be the primary cut, and the first baseman is going to be the secondary cut. Of course, the shortstop is going to be on the bag, and our pitcher is going to come down in this area to be that safety net, because we always want safety nets. And what you'll notice is there's an alignment here happening, right? You see that alignment from the outfield to the catcher. So that runner is going. And typically when the ball's hit over someone's head, this is where runners are once we get to it and throw the ball in. This is where typical runners are located. So we're going to get that ball thrown in to the first cut, right? And once we hit this first cut, this is where the runners typically are. Yeah, they're on we got the guy that hit the stand-up double on second, going to make that turn and look and see what we do with the ball. And the runner that was on first, now he's booking home. So this is where it's really, really important that the catcher becomes extremely vocal and lets everyone know what to do. Because when that ball is being thrown in from the first cut to the second, the catcher needs to tell the first baseman where the ball needs to go, either cut 3 or cut 4. So as the ball is en route to the first baseman, the catcher is yelling cut 3 or cut 4. And normally, this is where the runners are when we're in this position. We either have to make a decision to go home or go to third base. A lot of times, we're not going to get the guy at home. So we're going to go over to third base. And that's why the left fielder is crucial to be that safety net, just in case it gets by him, to keep that runner at second. And we only allow one runner to score and not allowing the stand-up double to become a triple. That's what we need to do. Now, let's say the catcher says cut 4. This is what's going to need to happen. Is the pitcher is going to need to support the catcher, and the left fielder is going to have to support the third baseman in case we throw down to third base and that runner's going to third. Now, if we don't have that support and that ball gets past the third baseman, that's an easy score. And we've all seen this before. And why is that? It's because people don't know where they're supposed to be positioned, and that's why mistakes happen, and that's how they happen, and that's how you lose baseball games. All right, guys, that's our chat about cutoffs. Thanks for listening. Continue to keep hitting, continue to keep throwing and running and sprinting. Looking forward to this year, and we'll continue to do more of these little videos. So if you have any questions, email us, call us, write us. I don't care. Put it in the mail. Find a way to get to us, and we'll make another video to explain things on how we want it done on the field. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.